What's up, everyone? I just want to say thank you for tuning in, especially if you've been watching my most recent videos. You'll know that I've been making some videos about converting my existing 29-gallon saltwater tank into a 29-gallon tank with a 10-gallon sump. So in my videos, I tried to show the build progress of getting the tank drilled and then assembling the 10-gallon sump and whatnot. So I tried to show a lot of the interesting parts. It was kind of hard sometimes, like doing something and then thinking, oh man, I should have recorded that, or trying to just make it interesting for the average person to watch. So if you watch those, then thank you for watching them. And then most importantly, I wanted to show you guys the finished product, and we'll get in a little bit closer and I'll show the insides and the sump and everything. So this used to be upstairs in my bedroom, and with getting the tank drilled and having a 10-gallon sump and an overflow box, I just thought, I don't really want to risk having some sort of catastrophe upstairs in my house. And so if I do have some sort of leak or flooding or whatever, at least now it's downstairs and it's not going to seep through the floors and cause serious damage to my house. So with that being said, let's get an up-close look at what's going on with this tank. This is the Current USA. It has some really long name like Pro Satellite. I really don't know. It's like something Satellite Pro or Marine Pro. It's a really awesome customizable LED light. It's super bright, and I have it turned way down. I think I have it on like 30% or something like that. So it's really bright. Over on the right hand side, I have one powerhead, which is a Corellia. I want to say it's 425 gallons per hour. And I was going to put another one of those over on this side, but this return, whatever you want to call it, return nozzle or whatever from the sump actually puts out so much flow. It's almost kind of like a powerhead over there. So, and then if you saw in the other video, it's going to be kind of hard to see. Well, my overflow box is under there, but it's covered up. And then there's the 1-inch drain that comes out the back and goes down to the bottom. So let's look under there real quick. Alright, so under here I have the 10-gallon sump, which, interestingly enough, I measured the inside of this and this would fit, but I discovered when I went to go put it in that this opening is not wide enough to actually put the sump in. Like, because of this supporting brace, you can't make this corner. So my wife actually came up with the idea to just put the sump front to back like this. And so I just put like a block of wood underneath the back just to support it and keep it level. So this was a 10-gallon tank that I got from a friend, and I made these 3 baffles which act as a bubble trap. And then I have a Aquarium 1700 return pump right there, which I actually have on the lowest setting. So they have a chart where you can like measure the height, of the pump to the return, and you can calculate how many gallons per hour. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere like around 300 gallons per hour or somewhere around there. And then in the back, I have my hang-on back filter, which I'll probably get rid of once I add some other mechanical filtration, like a filter sock. And then you can see coming down in the back is the flex hose. That's the drain. And then just over here, I mounted with Velcro the remote for my for the light, because it's completely programmable and customizable. And then over there on the left, let me see if I can get a little more light. Nope. Over there on the left is the controller for it, and that's just infrared. I just aim the remote at that if I want to reprogram it or change any of the times or anything like that. And then last but not least, you can see I mounted the power strip up onto the wall just to make sure that even if I have a slow drip of any kind, it's virtually impossible for water to get into the outlet, because the water would have to travel up the cords. So I like everything that I have set up so far. I don't really anticipate making any changes right now. The only thing that I'm really bummed out about is this Aquarium return pump. So I don't know if you can actually see. No, you can't really see down. Well, maybe you can. On the bottom, there's like 4 little suction cups which act as sound mounts. And even with those sound mounts, the humming that comes from the pump is very noticeable, like to the point where I'm actually really glad that my wife convinced me to put this in my dining room. I'd probably be losing my mind right now if the tank was in my bedroom, because let me just see if I'm just like quiet for a couple of seconds to see if you can hear the humming. I mean, you probably hear like the water a little bit, but there's like a which is coming from that pump. And depending on where you stand in the dining room, you can actually hear it. Like it's very audible, very noticeable. So I'm hoping that I just learn to live with it, and I just kind of, the noise just fades into the background. Otherwise, I'll be looking to replace that pump down the road. And then the last thing is I have one submersible heater in this chamber right here, and then I have another heater on the other side of this hang-on-back filter. There's a more powerful heater back there. So up in the tank, there's nothing other than the Corellia powerhead, my thermometer, which I'll be replacing with a digital one. So there'll just be like a tiny little probe sticking in the water, and I might even move it down there. And then just the return nozzle for the return pump. And that's about it. Alright, thanks guys for watching. I hope you liked getting to see the inside of my tank, and especially with the other videos, getting to see the setup and progression and a little bit of a build. And one thing that I definitely wanted to portray is that anyone can do this. If you're even a little bit handy with some basic tools, you can make your own baffles, you can plumb your own tank. It's really easy to do, and it's really not that expensive, especially if you plan things out and don't make a lot of mistakes where you waste stuff. So anyway, that's all I got for today. Like I said, I hope you enjoy getting to see my tank. I'll be making that video of my 29-gallon freshwater tank pretty soon. This has consumed a lot of my time and energy, so that's why a lot of my videos have been about my saltwater tank. But down the road, I'll get back into my freshwater tank and be doing some videos on that. So if you enjoyed this, I'd always appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you guys with the next video. Thanks for watching.